Welcome to another edition of the Academy of Learning Career College live stream. My name is Jason, and I'm joined here by Grace Aguilar, one of our admissions advisors with the Academy of Learning Career College. How are you doing tonight, Grace?
Great. I'm so excited. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is my first time hosting, and Grace, this is your first time doing a live stream.
It
Yeah,
is, but
yeah.
it's exciting. We can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we want to do is just let everyone know what we're all about, and with you know uh, everything starting to kind of get back into place, classes getting started, and that type of thing, we wanted to let people know what the Academy of Learning Career College is all about, and what we're able to give to students that are looking to start up a new career. Now, Grace. I understand you are an alumni of the Academy of Learning Career College, correct?
Yes, I am. I am a proud alumni of the Academy of Learning Career College. I took the Computerized Payroll Accounting Diploma, and it is now called Payroll Accounting Professional Diploma. Better name.
Nice, nice. Good evening to you too, Ashitu. Um,
Hi.
um, so, Grace, can you tell me a little bit about what made you decide to, well, when did you take the program, and what made you decide to kind of get uh, involved with the Academy of Learning?
Okay, so for me, it's I I enrolled in 2015. That was when the recession was, and then I got laid off. Okay, so I decided to go back to school because every time I look for a job, they always asked for a diploma. Okay, I have admin and accounting work experience, and then I am an immigrant, so it is always better. The benefit of having a Canadian credential, and then that diploma helps me a lot into where I am right now. So I
Hmm.
studied computerized payroll accounting, and then I graduated as honor students. So Academy of Learning hired me
Nice.
um, as the administrator reception at the downtown campus, and then got me into the after 2 years and a half of admin. They moved me to admissions advisors, which is, I loved it. I get to know a lot of people. So with the computerized payroll accounting, for me, it is a complete training program. I've learned a lot. I enjoyed my time with the Academy of Learning. Everyone, all the facilitators, all the staff, they're very helpful. So
Hmm.
that's the thing. That's a good experience. The environment. It's not like I wasn't a student. It's like I'm having fun while learning. So
Hmm.
that's really great.
Um, what what was someone who obviously had a career previous to this, what were some of the challenges you faced at all, and how was the staff at the Academy of Learning, how were they helpful?
So see, it's this is the thing with all of the courses with the Academy of Learning. They're designed into step-by-step learning. Okay, with the help of the facilitators, it makes it easier. Okay,
Hmm.
you also have online. I also have online instructors from the Canadian Payroll Association. They're very helpful as well. So I didn't really struggle that much. Well, payroll, it takes a lot of you analyze the problem and so, but yeah, it's not as easy as you always think. As long as you have the dedication and you know what is your passion, what you want to achieve in life. So yeah, I had so much fun.
Great. So currently at the Academy of Learning, we're actually running a pair of promotions right now, and right now, we have a refer a friend program that if you know of anyone that is looking to um, go back to school and take some different courses, and you refer them and they get enrolled, you will receive $250. And we also have another promotion going on right now where one of the great things about the Academy of Learning is that you can literally start enrolling. You could enroll this week and start Monday. So it basically allows you to you can do the courses at your own pace. So if you were able to enroll and start before the end of this month, you're eligible to receive one of 7 scholarships worth $2,500. So those are 2 really cool promotions we have going on right now, and so that's something you can all take advantage of. So I'm going to ask you a few more other questions, Grace, if that's okay.
Yep.
So let's start with one of the questions here that I had. Why do you think the Academy of Learning is a great place to study, and what sets the Academy of Learning apart from other colleges from your experience?
Okay, so what I love about the Academy of Learning is we are very dedicated in changing other people's life. Okay.
Okay.
And then with the integrated learning system, ILS, as you mentioned earlier, we students are able to study at their own pace, manage their own time. With their busy schedules, they can study in the morning, evening, weekends. With our virtual classes, we have scheduled virtual classes, but most of our programs are online.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, as I've mentioned earlier, with my job, I can see that, and I'm proud to say this, that with the courses in each program, it is complete, from computer admin training, hands-on training as well is available. That's something I'm proud of. Okay. And you will receive a lot of help from our amazing facilitators. You send emails right away. They're there to help you. If you need one-on-one, on call, or video call even, they will spend time to assist you step by step.
Mm-hmm. One of the great things I like about the Academy of Learning is that all the programs and all the courses are 12 months or less. So it allows you to take an dense program, an dense course, and get it all done within 12 months or less. You're able to get into the workforce right away. You're not committed to having to go to a 4-year degree program at a university or a 2-year diploma course at a college. So it allows, I think, for people that are maybe looking for a career change, and when you look at everything that's gone on with this pandemic, there's been a lot of people that have lost their jobs, been forced out of work because of this pandemic, and maybe it's an opportunity for them to look at other avenues, and they don't, they might be feeling stuck, and we want people to know that, you're not stuck. If you want to look at a different program and you're open to different things, you can go to the Academy of Learning, get the education you need within a year, and you can be out into the workforce right away. So I think that's a big advantage that we offer. And so, yeah. Now, AJ here just asked the question, do you assist students to find a job after graduation? I can speak a little bit, but Grace can definitely fill you guys in more. We definitely take a lot of pride in helping our students gain meaningful employment afterwards. And 83% of our students graduate. and 87% of our grads find job placements afterwards. So that's a really, really high number when you come to think about it. Grace, is there anything else you can add on top of that?
Yes, we have this annual report that we submit to the government of our job placement rate, which you mentioned, and graduation rate. And also part of your program is the job search and resume. So we prepare you. When you're done with all of your courses, we prepare you to find a job. We also help our students to the best that we can. Our student support team, they're very dedicated in helping our students when it comes to employment.
Mm-hmm. What was your experience like when you were, because that's got to be scary when you're,
Yes.
going into a program and knowing, thinking to myself, okay, I mean, what's going to be my return on investment? I'm spending this money to hopefully get a job.
Exactly.
What was your experience like when you were trying to, finish up, make sure you got good grades, and then get a job after?
Mhm. Yeah, when I finished 2016, it was still recession, and it's very hard to find a job. So after you complete your program, there is an exit interview. Okay, so they said they gave me a list of companies where to apply. Okay, they helped me with my resume and cover letter. That is
Mhm.
great. And then another thing is that some institutions, companies, they will send us emails looking for our students. So lucky for me, I got hired by the Academy of Learning. So my other classmates or batchmates, um, so they were able student supports were able to help them. We provide them, hey, there you go, there's a company emailed us looking for a job, submit your application, we will assist you with the possible interviews, questions and answers. So yeah, it was good, and they're happy. We have lots of students that we've helped with the employment. And
Mhm.
then even with the healthcare aid last year, with the recession, with the pandemic, companies, private companies emailing us looking for our students. So we help our students to the best that we can.
Great. You ready for another question, Grace?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are wondering this when you're applying to a private college. Are the courses licensed? And what type of process do students have to go through when it comes to finding a job after graduation?
We are licensed and we are accredited.
Hmm.
I have some students that they have to call the government of Alberta to really find out if we are accredited before they enroll. And definitely, of course, they enrolled. So it means yes, we are. And then with the what was the other question about the employment, the process of finding a job?
Yeah, yeah. I think you did touch on it a little bit about how
Yes.
they help you with your resume and cover letter. So,
Exactly,
mhm.
exactly.
um, AJ has another good question here. How about assisting future students in selecting what program or programs that fits to them or assess them before enrollment? Um, this is a great question for Grace because obviously she's an admissions advisor. So you'd be the one talking to Grace or one of our other uh, admissions advisors across our 7 campuses across Alberta. So um, I guess Grace, if you want to take the lead
Hi.
on this question, what kind of process do you go through with the students?
Hi, AJ. Thanks for your question. So, what I like about my job is that I get to meet the students. I am the first person that they meet and discuss, and I give them advice of what's the right program according to, for example, work experience, what's your education background. Um, so when it comes to registration, there are requirements from the Alberta Education and private career colleges that we have to follow. So that's another thing. And we offer over 30 programs. Okay. So if you want, we can book an appointment and discuss more. So
Mhm.
that is my job. I get to talk to the students. provide them with all the information, let them know what's the benefits of getting a diploma. With my experience, I am now enjoying the success of my computerized payroll accounting diploma. So I'm so proud of it. So also, yeah, better booked an appointment with the admissions. So that's the first process, and then we will guide you step by step. We will go over each program and see if that's the right program for you.
Yeah, and you can schedule or call admissions with our admission staff just by going on our website, www.academyoflearning.ab.ca/apply, and it's a really simple process, just filling it out. You can just fill it with your name and your, maybe where you live closest to which campus in Alberta, and then any questions you have, and it's a really simple process, and one of our admission staff will get back to you really quickly.
Yeah, we can do a phone call, virtual meeting, campus appointment at your most convenient time. Right?
Yeah.
Just let us know when. We'll be there to guide you.
Yeah. So, why? I mean, I have some other questions for you, Grace, but I think why don't we get into some of the programs that we offer and kind of give a rundown of what they all entail? And I think a lot of people are wondering, with everything going on in the world right now with this pandemic, and hopefully, I mean, when we look at the coming months here in Alberta, everyone's hoping that we're going to be open and things are going to get somewhat back to normal. We hope, but how is that changing in the job market? It's obviously had a major impact over the last 15, 16 months. And how is it going to change moving forward? So I think Grace and I will be able to go through some of the programs and kind of give our thoughts and opinions on what some of the programs that you might be able to take. That I think a lot of people right now are looking for stability, looking for that, like I said earlier, they're feeling stuck. They're feeling like maybe what am I going to do? I'm not able to save money. Things are tough right now. So what options do I have that are available to me and in front of me? And if I invest in this and try to move forward, am I going to go into a program that, in an industry that, let's just say what it is right now, COVID proof, that we feel will be something that can withstand something like this, where you're not worried about losing your job or things like that, because that can be scary and that can add a lot of stress to a lot of people. I know myself. I've gone through that in my career, and I'm not the only one. Where it's a difficult time sometimes, especially here in Alberta. We've gone through a lot over the last 15, 20 years when it comes to our economy and the ups and downs of it all. So let's get started here with some of the programs. Now, like I said earlier, all our programs are diploma or certificate programs, and they're designed to prepare you for today's high demand workplaces, and they're all done within a year. We have 7 campuses across Alberta, 3 in Edmonton, 1 in Red Deer, 2 in Calgary, and 1 in Medicine Hat. And it gives a lot of our students a chance to work and study close to home. So that's important. And also with the ability to work online at home, you don't have to go into the classroom. That also works well for people that maybe are raising young kids at home, and maybe they don't have time to commit to a program where they're going to classes during the day, but maybe after they get the kids tucked into bed at night, they can work online and work on their courses. And so this is one of the things I think that's really great, is we do have that ability to do these courses online. So
yeah, flexible study hours. That's good. Yeah.
So one of the areas that we have programs in are accounting. We have an accounting administration program, an accounting assistant program, payroll accounting professional, and payroll administrator. that's an area that I think, I mean, everyone has to do taxes. Businesses, if you don't have your books done accordingly, I mean, your business is going to fail. So that's an area where I think it's pretty popular. It's an in demand industry. So these are all areas that I think, you know, people can take advantage of. If you like math, you like numbers. There's various different programs within this field that you can get into. So um, and you obviously got involved, Grace, as well.
Yeah, but I thought it's gonna be so hard because it's numbers, right? But
Mhm,
not really. Everything is on your study materials.
mhm.
It's very straightforward. It's really good.
Yeah. Um, when you look at these programs, Grace, what do you feel? Which one stands out to you? Do you feel like is really in demand right now?
Well, right now there is a healthcare field, is always hiring, especially with the pandemic right now. So with that said, we have healthcare aid certificate. So we are now into the new curriculum under the Alberta Health Services. We have medical office assistant diploma as well with veterinary or health unit clerk or health unit coordinator specialty. We have community service worker
Hmm.
and with the addictions specialty. Okay, the IT industry is also blooming at the moment. So we have network administrator, PC support specialists, web design, web designer diploma, graphic designer diploma, and also our brand new program, which is the software and web developer. So
Hmm.
that is really a great program. And well, with the government of Alberta right now, they're making also a big push in supporting and developing the IT, business administrations, and accounting payroll professionals are also in demand right now. I heard some students were saying, "Oh, I want to enroll into this accounting and payroll or business administration because the government service." Canada and EI, they're looking for to hire with this kind of education. So this is the right time to study. So
Now, Grace, let's talk a little bit about community services. We have three different programs, and I think all three of those programs are going to be in high demand. Um, you know, in our province, and not only just in our province, but across the country. Um, you know, when we have community service and addictions worker, the Alberta government and the federal government, for that matter, is putting a really strong focus on mental health, and you're seeing it more and more that mental health is now starting to get um, up there when it comes to the importance of your mental health as it is your physical health. And um, you can really make an impact in your community uh,
mhm,
with having a job, as a community service and addictions worker. Those people are going through a lot, and if it's something that you really like helping people, and you really want to be able to make an impact, that's an area you can really give back, and there's going to be lots and lots of opportunity to give back in that field. um, as well as, I think, educational assistant. um, you look at schools, now that they're going to be, come September, with schools getting put back into place, there's obviously going to be some social distancing situations. Classes are going to be a bit smaller, um, but there's going to be a big time need with educational assistance, because during the pandemic there was, that was one of the areas that were cut due to um, that role. But now, when things get back to normal, they're going to really
they
have
will
to.
need more help.
They're going to need
Yes,
more help, exactly. And
yes. Mhm.
um, this pandemic obviously threw a wrench in a lot of people's plans, life plans, and I don't think you can ever really prepare for a pandemic to hit. Hopefully, this is the only one in our lifetimes that we'll ever have to go through. Um, but I think the educational assistant is a role, and that if you really like working with kids and you want to work in the education system, um, you can really have a meaningful career in that type of field.
And you can also work in the community service if you completed. educational assistant, in line to the education program. So you're able to work in the community. There's a lot of opportunities in the community service
Absolutely.
diploma. So yeah, as you mentioned, especially right now, or even in the news, they always look for help in line to social worker, so community service. So it is really in demand as well right now.
Hmm. And then you also mentioned healthcare. I mean, you look at the work that our frontline workers have done throughout the course of this last, 15, 16 months during this pandemic. And I mean, my heart goes out to all of them who've put their lives on the line to be able to help people.
Oh yes, yeah.
Um, and I think the healthcare our healthcare system has been through a lot through this whole process, and I think that it's an area that's going to really have to be taken care of and looked after over the next several years to get back to where we need it to be and where we want it to be. And I think there's going to be ample opportunity to work in the healthcare field with whatever which way you feel you want to go. The healthcare aid is a program that I know is very popular, and I'm sure Grace, you can talk about it as well. Is it one of the more popular programs at
Yes,
Academy Learning?
yes. Right now, um, what do you call that? Last year, when March we started the pandemic, right?
Mhm.
So our students, some of the graduates, they actually have 2 to 3 jobs. They're so happy. A lot of them, they don't have to worry about the job unless it was like there's a restrictions that they only have to work in one place. But most of the students right now, I would say, they are finding job with the healthcare program.
That's great. Yeah.
Hmm.
Some areas we also have programs. Design. I mean, computers are way in the future. I find it funny. It's like when I was a young kid, and I don't think I touched a computer until I was in grade 5 or grade 6, and now you have kids that are 1, 2, 3 years old that are you know going on the internet and working with computers, and I mean it's everything is going online. Everything is businesses are going online, and I think a lot of businesses, especially during this pandemic, they've really had to focus a lot of making sure that their online business is strong because a lot of they weren't able to do the face to face stuff with their clients and that sort of thing. So um, they're always looking for web designers and making because I mean people nowadays it's like, do you have a website? If you don't have a website,
Social media.
yeah,
Mm,
and graphic designers. There's always work in that type of field, and software and web development. I mean, if you have the ability to design your own websites and build your own software, there's ample opportunities for jobs in that field. Um, so that's one other area that I think is going to be really popular. Um, Hospitality side of things. That's an area where I look at it and during this pandemic, I think, obviously that's one of the areas, especially that was hit hard, not being able to go to a restaurant and have a dinner or travel or, stay in hotels and go, when you're traveling places and stuff. But when I look at it, I think that people have gone through this experience. And now when things start to ease up, I look at that as an opportunity where yes, right now, over the last 15, 16 months, that's an area that was hit hard. But I look at people that when things start to open up, I mean, people are going to want to travel. People are going to want to, they've been cooped
yes,
up in their
agree.
house for 15, 16 months. And it's, they're just itching to be able to go places and see people and do things.
Especially with the vaccination right now, right?
Right.
And I still have students enrolling with the hospitality. The reason why is because this is the right time to get a diploma. So when the economy is back, they're ready.
Exactly.
They
You know,
have the education, they have the credential. There you go. They're
yeah,
ready.
people, I bet you in the
And they're
last
gonna
year
get
that have got
yes.
into it, think of it, okay, when this is all over with, they can hit the ground running. They don't have to worry about
Yes.
having the wait period where, so I look at that as, if you're looking at it today, yeah, things are struggling, and it's been a grind, but you know, in the not too distant future, things are going to start being back to normal, and I think that you're going to see a big, there could be a real big boom in certain areas in the hospitality field.
Yeah, and then the hospitality management diploma program, you don't only receive a diploma from the Academy of Learning Career College, so you will receive another diploma from the American Hotel and Lodging Institute. So you receive two diplomas.
Nice.
Yes, that is really good.
We have a legal administrative assistant program, and that's an area that I really feel is COVID proof because there's so many different areas that involve the legal side of things. You buy a house, you need a lawyer. You get divorced, knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen, you need a lawyer. um, but
Not good. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you want to get divorced, but that's uh,
Yeah, yeah. And
there
then accident in
there's
any,
so many
legal aspect.
different areas. You get into a car accident, there may be some issues, you need a lawyer.
Exactly.
So that is definitely a COVID proof industry. There's certainly a lot of different areas that you can work in when it comes to the legal side of things. Um, when you've talked to students that have taken that program, what's their experience been like
Oh, wait, what? Sorry?
with the taking the legal administrative
The
assistant?
legal.
Yeah.
Lately they were saying there's an increase of the demand in the legal when pandemic happens. Do
Hmm.
you agree? Um,
I think so.
yeah, it's
I think
sad on
it,
some point, but then yeah,
yeah, I think it's impacted a lot of people in a
it
variety of
is. It
ways, whether
does.
it's job loss or it's affected people's relationships, it's affected
Mm-hmm.
people's just livelihood in general. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's affected a lot of people in various different ways. So yeah, I think that's a very COVID proof type industry, and an industry that in a field where I think there's going to be lots of opportunities. So um, and on the technology side, we touched on it earlier. If you love computers and you love to get in the guts of a computer, um, on how those all work, we have a PC support specialist program. We've got a network administrator program. And we've got software and web developer, which we touched on in the business side of things. These are ample opportunities where you look at businesses nowadays, their IT departments are growing and growing and growing, and they're getting as big as the regular departments that are the meat and potatoes of every business.
Mm-hmm.
It's important. Um, if something goes wrong from an IT perspective, it can cause a lot of havoc, and those jobs are very important. And I feel like that's an industry. If you're looking for something where the pay is very very good, that's an area where you can make a very very solid living doing that type of work. So those
Yeah,
are areas. Yeah.
and even with the coding itself, there's a lot of advertisement that they are encouraging even the kids for free coding classes.
Hmm.
So with our new program, the software and web developer diploma program, so it focuses, it has hands-on training on the programming and coding.
Hmm. Now, Grace, I'm going to ask you a couple more questions, and then we'll go through a couple other things, and then we'll probably wrap this up. But one of the things I find a lot of people want to know is, um, they might have interest in a program, but they're going to think to themselves, well, how am I going to pay for it? Because that can be a big stress for a lot of people. So, what kind of financing options are available to students?
There are a lot. Okay, so there is student loans, of course. That is a program of the provincial and federal um, government. So it's study now, pay later. Okay, there are grants. grants for being a full-time student, grants for having dependent children, grants for low income, and even disability. Okay,
Hmm.
there are also a lot of scholarship opportunities that the student aid is offering. Okay, so you can check the Alberta Student Aid for the scholarship if you qualify, and then we are here to support you with the step-by-step application. Okay, and then also, again, as you mentioned earlier, we offer 2,500 scholarship opportunity.
Hmm.
Okay, with the application, it won't take too long. Okay, the government just need your personal information, of course, your income from either 2019 or 2020, and then your social insurance and your spouse and dependents information as well. So it won't take too long for the application. And again, we are here to guide you step by step.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, so those of you that are tuning in on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, if there's any other questions, feel free to put them into the chat and we'll answer them as best we can. Um, in the meantime here, we'll ask you a few more questions here, Grace, now that we have you here. Um, Now that things are starting to return back to normal or somewhat normal or our new normal, or however you want to kind of phrase it, um, where do you see the industries that are do you feel are going to be expected to hire most over in the next year? I think you touched on it a little bit earlier with healthcare, but what are some industries that you feel are going to be really, when things get back going here, that are going to really hit the ground running and want to really start hiring people?
So yes, of course, the healthcare field is always hiring.
Hmm.
Okay, and then right now, because of the technology, um, working from home, a lot of companies are considering that. So with the IT is really a good training. Graphic designer with less with our technology, and then trying to save Mother Earth, less and less paper. So advertising are now more on social media, online. So that is really as well a good diploma program.
Hmm.
And then yeah, we have tackled earlier most of the programs that we see there's an increase in the demand.
Yeah, one of the great things too I find is the admission requirements to get into AOLCC. You need your grade 12 or equivalent. There's um, when you look at applying to different colleges and universities, it can be really competitive and it can be really difficult. And there's a lot of different courses and classes that you need, maybe different grades that you might need to be able to qualify just to apply to the program. But I find, would you say it's fair to say, Grace, that the majority of our students are um, adults that are maybe looking for a career change or looking to kind of dive into a career after working, some different types of jobs, various different jobs over the course of their lifetime, like um, mature students, so to speak.
So with the registration requirements, as you mentioned earlier, it's equivalent to grade high school diploma or equivalent to grade 12. Okay,
Mhm.
and if you did not complete high school, so there are other options like you take entrance exam. Okay, so there is a lot of students that are they see the benefits of getting the diploma. It's either they wanna their goal is to start a career, change a career field, or step up to the next level. We have business management. If you're looking into, you have years of experience, now you're ready to the supervisorial or managerial position. And for our business management, it is also Blue Seal recognized, as well as our business administration.
Mhm.
Business administration is a very strong diploma program as well. It is, I would say, one of our very complete training program. So yeah, changing careers, we have some students that are working from the oil field, then they're wanting to switch into the healthcare. It is not as hard as you may think. Again, we are here to guide you, support you step by step until you reach your goal. Okay, we are here.
Yeah. I guess when you think about it, a lot of people, if they're um, not fresh out of high school, maybe they've
Yeah.
worked in the various different fields over the course of the time, and then all of a sudden now they're looking at going back to school. Um, it can be daunting. It can be nerve wracking. Um,
A
what
lot
was
of students.
Yeah? What was
A lot of
your?
students, they are like hesitant to take the first step.
Mhm,
Okay, so even choosing a program, they're like, oh Grace, I'm worried, is it gonna be the best one for me? Is it gonna be, what are you passionate about? Okay, do you love working with kids, with the community? Do you love taking care of patients, elders? um, do you like, as you mentioned, numbers? Do you love working in the office, customer service? There's a lot of options.
mhm,
Okay, um, even with me, with my experience, I was kind of hesitant. Okay, payroll or accounting, or should I go medical? um, as I always ask my students, first ask yourself, right, what do you want to be? Okay, not only today, but in a long run, for future plans. Okay, Grace, this is what I want. I want to be um, an LPN. We don't have LPN, but you can start with the healthcare aid program.
mhm,
And then once you're on the field, you understand the healthcare system. Then you think you're ready to become an LPN. Then you can take short courses. You can study part time with the LPN while you are working in the healthcare field, earning money. So there are a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of choices. Just take that first step and everything will follow.
yeah. One of the things I think um, is really valuable within the Academy of Learning is their integrated learning system. Everyone learns at a different pace. Everyone learns differently. Some people like to be hands-on. Some people, enjoy the classroom. Some people, prefer to be online. And we cater to any which way that you learn best.
Mhm.
What's been your experience talking with students that have, you know, um, gone through that type of system? And yeah.
We have programs that are instructor led. It means there are classes in class mandatory. Okay,
Mhm,
so right now with the COVID, we have to continue education online and virtual classes. It's the same setup. It's, you see your classmates, your instructor, but on the screen. Okay, um, sometimes it's hard, but then once you start and get used to it, you love it because you are studying, being with your family. You can still take care of them. Virtual classes online, there's not a much difference. Okay, and then most of our programs, as we mentioned earlier, they are offered online. um, yes, we have different style of learning. Okay, but with the integrated learning system and with the help of our qualified facilitators, it makes it easier.
mhm,
With my experience, the study materials alone, um, it gives you step by step learning. Sometimes you don't really need to ask questions. That's my experience, right? Everything is in there.
Mhm.
And then you call, you email, the answer is right there. And then
Yep.
they will get back to you right away.
Great. Well, I guess we just want to, let everyone know again about the different promotions we have going on right now. We have a Refer a Friend program, like I touched on earlier at the beginning of the live stream. Um, if you know anyone, friend that may be looking to get back into school and maybe go through, or looking for a change or are feeling stuck or this is an option. And if you refer a friend to us and they enroll in the program and they start, you receive $250. So that's a nice little incentive
Yeah.
there.
And I'm very excited about our new referral program because we extended it. Even if you're not a student, an alumni of the Academy of Learning,
Yeah,
or maybe you're not yet ready to go back to school, but you know somebody,
yep,
right? You
yep,
know, a friend, a family, just give us their name, call us or give them our phone number or go to our website. They have a course to mention your name that you have referred them to us. And then once they've started the full program, you will receive the $250
yes.
e-transfer. It won't take too long. Okay. Once they start, then you get the $250. The more referral you receive, the more money you receive. I have this student, she referred 8 students. She's a working no, she's a student with 3 kids, struggling to find part-time job because she's a very busy mom, but then referred 8 students. She's so happy. $250. Before it was 100, then we changed it to $250. So there you go. Instant money. I wish I have that money.
Yeah, yeah,
No sweat. Or just give us the name and we'll take care of the rest, right?
yeah, exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
the other obviously cool program we have going on right now is that when you apply and you enroll before uh, the end of this month, you'll be eligible to receive one of 7 scholarships worth $2,500. The Academy of Learning Career College here in Alberta has been around for 25
Mm-hmm.
years, and so we decided to give away 7 different scholarships, one for each campus. And again, we have 3 campuses here in Edmonton, one in Red Deer, 2 in Calgary, and 1 in Medicine Hat.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, if by all means, if you know of anyone or you're looking to, you can take advantage of both those different offers right now.
Yeah. And I have additional information regarding the financial assistance that I forgot to mention earlier.
Mhm.
For this school year 2020 and 2021, the federal government is providing additional grants, right? So that means everybody's getting a grant, but it depends on, on if you how many kids you have, if you're single, you're married and such. You can always check your eligibility as well if you would like to. Just book an appointment. And another good news is that they have waived the contribution of the spouse income because usually it's a combined income when they assess you of your eligibility. So now they're taking that off. So it means you're getting more.
Nice. That's
That's
all.
good. I have
Yeah, great.
students that pretty much getting a free education. They don't have to take the loan because their grants alone can cover the costs of their tuition. So, but again, it depends,
Yeah,
how many kids, if you're married, you're single, how much is your income. But everybody's getting grants right now. So that helps a lot, financially. Either you use it towards your tuition or you use it for your, living allowance.
yeah. Oh,
Yes.
that's very, very valuable information that you just supplied there.
I'm excited. Every time my students like, really, Grace? Yes. One of my students is funny. She said, "Oh, what am I gonna use with that grant? That's a lot of money. It's like, well, it's your money. Go shopping or treat your kids, family. Oh, Grace, I'm gonna fix my basement. Oh, that too. Good idea.
It's your money. You can do whatever you
It
want with it.
is exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know. Book an appointment. No, we are here. We'll provide you the information that you need, and then you make your final decision.
Fantastic. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Grace, I want to thank you for joining me.
Thank
Well,
you.
that was a lot of fun. I thought we,
I'm
got a
all.
lot of good information out there for people, and
Yeah.
we hopefully get people to, enroll, sign up, and get involved with the Academy of Learning, because I think there's lots of opportunities to, like you said earlier today. I mean, or earlier in this live stream, getting involved with the Academy of Learning, you can really change people's lives, and it's not.
That's the great part. With
Yeah.
our graduation, you see how many smiles. I always look forward with the graduation ceremony. Well, we have that once a year. This year we had virtual graduation. Hopefully next year we're gonna have the usual graduation ceremony. Um, every time you see people smile, oh thank you, Grace. Can I take a photo? Oh thank you so much to you, or thank you, facilitators, student support, and love. It is a great feeling.
Mhm.
With all of the work that has been done, the way we support our students. It's like a family now. They're like our children or our best friends. It is really good. Plus, we also have once a month we have a student awards. We appreciate the hard work of our students. We give some, certificates of getting 100% for their exams, for being awesome, for meeting the what do you call, there's a lot of awards, I mean, that we give during the monthly student appreciation.
Yep.
Mhm.
Great. Well, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and thank you once again, Grace. And we are going to be doing live streams the rest of this week and all next week. Our next one is at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And so, if you're interested in finding out more, by all means, tune in and let your friends, family know that might be interested in the Academy of Learning. If they're interested, just to let them know about the live stream we have going on for this week and all of next week. And we hope to hear from you more and get those questions coming, because we'll keep answering them as best we can.
Exactly.
All right. So
Thank you, everyone.
thank you very much, and have yourselves a good night.
And stay safe always.
Yes.
Thank you.